There we go. There we go. Mostly. There we go. We're in the woods. We alive. Oh, and it's sunny again. Oh shit, that sucked. Yeah. Oh, did this a little bit earlier. A torrential downpour just randomly. What it is. You know, it's better. Man, my legs are still fucking sore. Yeah, no, my legs are still done. Charlie horse to hell, but back out. It cooled a lot down. Okay. Hello again. Yeah, no, ugh. It's cooled down a lot. A little bit of rain made it a lot cooler. Can't even hear the cicadas anymore. I can hear the grasshoppers, I guess, or the crickets, the one that goes dee dee dee, not the cicadas. Depends, Captain Random. Hot take on what? What do you want me to hot take on? I need a topic, and then I can give you my opinion. But without an opinion, I can't give you nothing. Hey, Daryl. Sir Otto Egg, there ain't nobody doing that in the woods except me. No one's around these areas. Legit, I am. So, I'm working inside. For me to get back to this spot, I can walk for 2 hours from Sudbury to here, or hitchhike for about 15-20 minutes. Staying off the grid, how you doing? I live in the woods. I'm having a fantastic grid. Yeah, it's a bad. Yeah, a bad. I know what. I end up streaming at random times, so people miss it at one time or another. Oh my freaking god! Thank you very much, Grim. You're freaking awesome. $2. You're freaking awesome. Thank you. Uh, Otto, lonely. I get lonely. I don't get to talk very much to people, so this here prevents the loneliness. Oh yeah, if you guys want to help me bring a lot more people in here, give the stream a like. You can double tap your screen or the three dots at the top right hand side of your screen and the thumbs up button. That helps me a lot. Oh, Grim, the job is going fan-freaking-tastic. Bad. You almost got me with that one, Doctor. Suck on these nuts. I know where you're going. I'm not stupid. Hey, Steve Knight. Hello from Canada. Do I eat food or what? Nah, man. I mostly survive off of sunlight, happiness, puppies, hot dogs, and rainbows. Steve Knight, is it a homeless person? Is it? Like, what is that thing I'm looking at? Oh my freaking god, what is it? Fuck you. Straight up, fuck you. Hi, Mike. Oh, I'm feeling a lot better. Like, it's cooled down a lot since we got hit by that torrential downpour while we were streaming earlier. Oh shit, I did not. I'm sorry for that. I owe you an apology. And then there's a big difference between a homeless person, a hobo, and a home bum, and all that stuff. So I'll get it with a home bum. A home bum is a person who's homeless that wants to make their outside as it was like they were when they were inside. A homeless person can be a lot of different things. A bum is a person who's homeless and doesn't want to change the fact that it doesn't give a shit, won't work. A hobo is a person who is okay with getting up and going anywhere else to find some work to better their situation. That's why I call myself a hobo, because I don't want to be a home bum. I'm not on the streets anymore. I'm legit in the woods in the middle of nowhere. It's I've never actually been homeless right on the streets. Like, I spent one night living behind a library, well, sleeping behind a library, and then I went down to the woods in Toronto anymore. I'm way up north, up near Sudbury. Found myself a nice little job. William Harris, do I own a house? I used to own a house, but I do not own a house. I've got a tent. It's like right over there. I got sick, got divorced, and slowly getting my way back up. Holy crap. Melissa, I did not hear that. 4.4. Wow, that's kind of scary. I don't get much. I don't consume much media. Um, I get my news from you guys. Again, I'm up in the woods just trying to make my life normal-ish. Most media I consume is an old video game now and again. Stephen Knight, right now I'm working in a marina. Actually, I just got on contract where it's part-time, but it's part-time permanent. Shaky before a I got warning signs before the seizure. My head is still cloudy from the ones I had yesterday, so I'm a bit out of it. But not shaky per se, but a little bit. But I know I get like a 5-minute warning when I know what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes. I get a taste in my mouth. It's very metallic, and the back of my eyes hurt. If you see me doing this a lot, that's because I'm about to have a really bad one. I got a Canada hat because I'm Canadian and I'm also bald. I don't. I feel naked without the hat on. Well, thank you, SCP Foundation. Oh, fuck Trudeau. Fuck Trudeau. Trudeau is the worst shit to happen to this country. Oh yeah, let's legalize May. Let's legalize all this crap. I'm not a dancing monkey, nobody, but yeah, there. I'm bald. You got it? I'm voting for the other guy. Well, I'm not from the military, SCP. Again, we try to stay away from politics as much as possible here, Frankie Norbert, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm Canada, and the States doesn't have that as much effect on the world as people from the States believe. But I also agree. Yeah, we're kind of fucked if Trump doesn't win. If that Harris woman wins, we're screwed. We only got 4 rules in this chat and the Discord, because we've got a Discord, is no sexism, racism, homophobia, and just don't be a fucking dick. And anybody else here is welcome. If you're going to be a dick, get the fuck out. Stephen Knight, I already survived a winter out here. I'm trying to get inside as fast as possible. I've got another hearing for disability payments coming up in 2 months. I already made it through a winter here. It sucked, but I survived. All I did was, I did the smart thing. Most of the winter, even -20, I was in a tent. I used some construction tarps over the tent, some padding for the ground. It was actually another shelter that I had and another tarp over top of all of it. And I was fine in -20 and just really wrapped myself in sleeping bags. I was working Friday, Saturday. It's part time. Oh, Ryan, I feel ya. I feel ya. Ryan, it sucked. Oh, Norbert. I know I'm a big guy. I actually only became a big guy after I lost everything because I started eating like shit. I was a guy who hit the gym every single day. I've shown the pictures to some people in the Discord. Whatever. If you want to call me names, fuck you too. Fuck you too. But just saying, I got sick. I started having seizures. She started screwing around. That's what happened. But you can say whatever you want. And also, you're gonna be an asshole. You want timeout. Persist. So, what does your job entail as an exorcist? Man, I I'm not too keen on starting a GoFundMe. I like to do things myself. Like right now, I've got myself employment. I'm making a little bit of money off of YouTube. I don't see the point in making a GoFundMe. That hurts my whole my entire soul. It I don't beg, I don't borrow, I don't steal. Wildcard adventures, man, shit can happen to anybody. Peter Parker. When's the last time I gambled with a fart and lost? Never. I just gave him 5 minutes. Okay. It wasn't that bad, but if he comes back and gonna be an ass again, I'll give him like 24 hours. I like to at least give somebody, the people, a little bit of leeway. I like a little bit of trolling. Never? No, no, never. I am not incontinent, my friend. Well, Ryan, I've got a case pending for ODSP. I had an appointment on the 6th of this month, and it got deferred for 60 days for them to run some more medical tests, some more bullshit. If I had 50K right now, I'd be set for life because eventually I'm going to get that disability. There's a property I want. It's only 20K. It's not too far north from where I currently am. 30 acres of land. I would buy that for 20K. Another 5K worth of solar panels and a generator. Put myself a very tiny home up and invite someone up there to build their own little tiny home free of charge. They never have to pay me a damn dollar to use the land as long as they can drive because I can't drive anymore. And I would be set for life. That's all I would ever need. Then I could do homesteading stuff and build this channel more. Because my ultimate dream is to get that land and build a bunch of small, tiny homes. And maybe, let in the summer rent 4 or 5 of them out for vacationers because it's on a lake. And the rest of them be able to give away to people who need a place to stay temporarily, who become homeless or have nowhere to be, so they can use a place free of charge for as long as they possibly need, as long as they don't bring their drama to the area. That's my ultimate goal, and I would build the homes with myself and the other person that would invite there. But I got to get to that point. I'm living off of jack shit right now. Sean Gatz, is that Sean Gatz? Is he the guy with the tattoos on the face that just got the eyeball tattoos? Because if that is, I love his stuff. I emailed to him. I've been emailing him a little bit recently, back and forth. I gotta be on Ontario. I've got that disability case. Because this is crown land, and technically, I have to move every 20 days. If I build something, they'll tell me to tear it down. That's why I need my own land where I can build a bunch of stuff, where I can have the space to invite people to come up there. And not only that, is eventually I'd like to have the space to help people who need it, but also invite the people like you guys, all my subscribers. If you email me and you want to come up and see the property and stay a few days or weeks, there's a place for you. I would love to be able to do that during the summer, come vacation, use the lake, whatever. That would be the thing, is like try to give back by helping people and giving a place for people from the community to do that, because this community is growing fast. Not quite. See, up here in Canada, we've got things that are provincially owned land and crown owned land, because we're Crown Corporation. Crown is still technically owned by the Queen. Crown land is land that is it's not monitored by the government. You can go to, you don't have to pay anything to camp there, but there are still rules around it. You have to move every 20 days. You can't build any permanent structures. Oh, Frankie, Norbert, I thought you'd be back. I was hoping you would try and improve your attitude, but you're gonna be an asshole. And now you're gone. Actually, what I'm wondering is, we used to have a troll that would come here every single day, every single time we live streamed. His name was Green Screen Kid, or Gay Hobo, or Fat Gay. He hasn't been around for a very long time. I wonder if he got in trouble with his mom and dad. He was a kid. No, the reservations is completely different. The reservation is natively owned land. It's a native community. Basically, the land the government said, oh, this is where they stick the natives. Our government is really shit to the natives, native Canadians. And no, you don't. The reservations are a lot different. Reservations, they have their own laws. They don't have to pay governmental taxes, and you can go up there and buy cheap smokes. You're right, Steve. Queen Elizabeth has kicked the bucket. But now Crown Line is a little bit different. That's what I would do, is get the nice big plot of the former Crown Land, because that's what's for sale. And there's a few people I've been speaking to that would be in on it with me, where I'd give them a spot so they could help me out, help me build, and I'd give them a spot forever. And they drive, which is better. And I could get in and out of town, and I could really build a place for people. Like, this is non-nicotine based, it's reusable. I got this from the Resi for, this thing was like $20, and the refill that I'm using is like $8 because it's non-nicotine. If you go to like the store, this is like $40. They have their own laws. They also sell like mondo amounts of weed. It's legal in Canada, but they sell for cheap too. And I know this now, like, there's no nicotine in this one, but it's all psychosomatic. I get these horrible headaches. Like right now, my body is all fucked because I had a massive seizure yesterday, two of them, in fact. And like all the muscles in my arms and legs are just feel like they Charlie horse themselves. So I'm just recovering from that still. Yeah, definitely like the stream. Thank you for reminding me to remind them. If you're new here or you're not, you could give me a you could subscribe, and give the stream a like by double tapping the screen or the top right hand corner. There's 3 dots. Press that and press the like button, or there's a thumbs up somewhere. That'd help me out a lot. Help me go further in the algorithm. Yeah. Queso! I had a Monster energy drink before I came out here. I was gonna take a nap, but I had one of those like Monster energy drinks got from work, and I've been debating on drinking it. So this is me very hyper on caffeine. Caffeine, not even once. Yeah, well, Ryan, I don't necessarily think it should be illegal or legal, but it could be handled a lot differently. I don't have a P.O. box. Way too rich for my blood, man. Chicken butt, way too rich for my blood. Way too rich. So it's like $43 per month. You got to buy a minimum of 3 months and put like $100 key deposit down. I can't afford that. Like, that's way too much. That's way too out of my price range. Well, funny story, like a lot of the community in the Discord are all smokers, like pot smokers, or they're daily THC users. I don't have chicken butt. I don't have epilepsy. I'm not epileptic. My seizures are non-epileptic seizures. They got me to control them on an antidepressant and anti-anxiety medication because that's what helps with it. Epileptic seizures are a lot different. Can I stream? Well, Random Davis, I am not a performing fucking monkey. I am never going to drink coffee or caffeine before I do a stream again for the rest of my life. This is way too much energy. Holy fuck. Sorry, Cody. No, I'm really enjoying this today. Like, hopefully it doesn't rain again. That's the problem with Canada Post. Oh, first of all, I'm very caffeine sensitive, just to begin with, and I haven't had caffeine in months. Like, I'm not a regular coffee drinker. The last coffee I had was like 3 months ago. That was the last caffeine I had, and now I had a Monster, so that's got taurine, caffeine, and a fuck ton of sugar. So I'm like wired. Well, Ryan, I don't have any addiction problems. I don't use any drugs like that. The last beer I had was like over a month ago. I bought 2 when I was in a motel room. They were nice. I got myself a Guinness, a Pilsner, and a lager. Sounds like a joke. A Guinness, Pilsner, and a lager walk into a bar. It's in the bio, and it's also right there because Anarchy just posted it. Oh, not much is up. Just chilling in the woods. It's not green screen, I promise. See? Here's a stick I picked up on the ground, and I'm going to throw it right behind me. Oh. Nah, man, I don't understand the people's draw to hard liquor as well. I can handle a beer maximum 2 or 3. That's enough for me. Then I'm shit faced. I don't understand why people are drawn to hard liquor. It tastes like bug spray. Like, yeah, it gets you fucked up. I don't understand the people's need to get fucked up like that. I don't understand it. I don't understand the draw to hard liquor that tastes like crap. Can you honestly tell me, oh, you really enjoy the taste of rum or whiskey or vodka? Can you honestly tell me that you enjoy the taste? Beer is different. Beer, you have yourself a nice Guinness or a lager with chicken. Or you have yourself a nice, really dark Guinness and a nice. The Guinness makes a steak even better. Tell us a funny drinking story. Well, I have a bunch of those. A funny drinking story. I've got a really good one. I was young at the time. This is pre hitched. Place we used to go camping a lot up near up north. Well, not if, if you're in Toronto, it's up north, but it's like 2 hours out of Toronto. Called Woods Bay, Moon River, Woods Bay. We went up there. I went up there with an old buddy of mine named Johnny. We called him Stretch because the man was like fucking 6'8". Looks like they stretched him. We went up there, and him and I, we were young, like 19, 20, just turned drinking age, and we got into a pretty heavy on the campfire. Between the two of us, we killed our 24 pack. We got shit faced, and that's what all I remember as us just dancing around the fire all night. The worst part is waking up with the worst hangover in the morning on this wooden floor that you have no idea where you are. Woke up on this wooden floor, completely butt ass naked. Got myself up, stumbled around, opened the door. I'm in somebody's shed, butt ass naked. No idea where I was. I had to walk down the road with my hands in front of my junk, about 15 minutes away from our campsite. That was a pretty messed up situation. Dying to smile. I will definitely talk to you, especially if you're dying to smile. What makes you smile, dying to smile? Rob Robertson, you take care. Oh, Ryan, I hope things are getting better for you, though. One, one thing I respect more than anything is recovering addicts, people who have got themselves out of addiction and who are fighting to stay sober. There's a few people like that in the Discord, and you don't understand how madly I respect people who are clean and manage to get themselves clean from the pit of despair. Like, props to you, man. What do you mean, dying to smile my drinking situation now? I'm not an alcohol. I'm not a drinker, man. I've never been a drinker. Uh, Man, I had my first drink when I was like 12 or 13, sitting with my grandfather in the backyard. Same when I had my first cigar. Sitting in my grandfather's backyard. I just moved in with him, and he hands me a cigar and a glass of whiskey because man was an Irishman. He loved his whiskey. And oh, Ruby man boy, drink this, take this, and fucking yeah. I had my first cigar and my first drink with my granddad. Well, again, I've drank in the past, but I never drank consistently. Like I've drank. Like you're a teenager, you're 19, 20, you're gonna go out with your friends and drink. Even then, like I think it's healthy to go out once in a while with your friends to the bar, have a little bit too much to drink, and do some stupid shit. I think it's healthy to sit down, have a couple beers once in a while. I'm not saying I don't drink. If I want to have 1 or 2 beers with a meal, I'm going to have 1 or 2 beers with a meal. I think it's healthy. I don't have an addictive personality where I need to do this. I think it's okay to be able to do that without being dependent on this. And I feel bad for people who have the addictive personality where one isn't enough, two isn't enough. Once they get to the they take their first drink, then their drink takes the second drink for them, and then they're no longer themselves. I feel bad for people like that. My father was one of those people. Angry hippie. I do not think I got poisoned with anything. I don't even know if I have. I don't think. I don't even know if I have multiple sclerosis. I am undiagnosed with anything. The doctors are taking their own time. There's a possibility it could be genetic. My grandmother had an issue too, where she might just be hitting me differently. She couldn't stop doing this with her head ever. It never stopped. It was the most annoying thing in the world. But I think people play too much up with the government. Oh, they're giving us. Oh, I think people play it up too much that people are getting sick from chemtrails or vaccinations or, you know, pesticides and whatnot. The government don't give a shit about you. You take care. Have a nice day at school. Well, the thing is I also have the weakness in my legs. Like my legs are getting weaker and weaker. Having in the morning, sometimes when I wake, well, most of the time when I wake up, my legs are in like horrible pain, and when I'm trying to stand up and walk, it's like I just drank the night before. I drank a Mickey of the hard stuff, and I'm still drunk. It's like I'm trying to drunk walk. So I don't know what the hell's actually going on there. It's neurological. I know that much. But who cares? And it looks like it's going to start raining again soon, which will suck. Oh, I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. Bad day for shorts. Well, I'm glad you walked away. Like, there's something. What was that? Only 5% of relationships where both parties are alcoholics and one gets themselves sober and one doesn't. Only 5% of them succeed. Will continue going past a year. Messiah, I'm not a religious man like that. I don't believe in the Anglo-Judaic. Okay, once in a while in the chat, but try not to go too hard and heavy in them because I have my beliefs, you have yours. Let's just try to respect each other's differences. I'm not American. I don't know. They even have "In God We Trust" on their monies. My problem with religion is there's so many to choose from, you know? And every single religion out there believes theirs is right. Your religion is wrong. You're bad for having your religion and not subscribing to mine, so let's all go to war and kill each other. Simple Jack, 100%. Pastafarian. Woo. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Kashuna Williams. Chris. No, 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 man. You've got your religious beliefs, and that's fine. I don't think it's right to try to force your beliefs on another human being. I guy with the cat picture and the satanic print. You're welcome to the chat. Thank you, Jennifer. I believe Jamel Tucker. I believe that over time, nothing crawled out of the ocean like that. I believe that it was tadpole to have different colors over another 10,000 years to have what and spending the water and then developing lungs and on land and over generations and generations of change and development. I don't like the way people describe it. Evolution is, well, a monkey turned into a person. That's not what happened. A monkey had a lot of sex and made a lot of babies, and those babies made babies, and those recessive traits changed over time. That's evolution. Not monkey turns into bigger monkey turns into bigger monkey turns into hairless monkey. It's monkey slowly loses a little bit of hair, so now their kids slowly lose a little bit of hair. Now their kids lose a little. Their kids lose a little bit of more hair and are taller. We're in the middle of evolution right now. We're getting taller, shit like that. That is evolution. Thomas, I know my channel's kind of about being homeless, but I think it's evolving into something else slowly. It was never meant to be about being homeless. It's about change and moving on and just keeping positive and building something. What I would like to do is more outdoorsy stuff and evolve it maybe into homesteading or something like that, something that I can do. Well, Scott, that's really interesting you say that. I read a few books and listened to a few podcasts about a guy talking about that. Was what one of the driving factors for evolution and the development of the brain was because of mushrooms. That some monkey saw a mushroom on the ground, popped it in his mouth, and got high. Told his monkey buddy, said, "Oh, this was fun. Let's do this." And they slowly developed their brain through psychoactive mushrooms. Am I still lagging? Man, everything we have now is man-made. You know what? That is the perfect. You have the perfect whiz. You just proved evolution right there. Everything is man-made. Bananas used to be nothing but seeds in them, and then what did we do? We cultivated the ones with less seeds in it and less seeds, and now we've got a banana with these itty bitty tiny seeds in it. You just proved evolution. Over time, things can change because of our interference. Now we have bananas and tomatoes and stuff like that. That is a proof of evolution right there, that through selective breeding things change. So boom. It's not nicotine, Family Guy. And I know it's psychosomatic. I've got a wretched headache, and I'm gonna keep doing it. Oh, shit, you're right. Sorry, Anarchy, you're right. I already did. I know what you're saying, and you were absolutely right. Oh, Grim, things have gotten a lot better. Like, it's only part time. It's 2 days a week. It helps me out a lot, but I've got a part time job. I can survive. I have 2 months now and to get a bunch of. I've got a bunch of tests coming up. They haven't scheduled it yet, but they've got the next 30 days to schedule a cerebral engine up to your brain and inject radioactive or glowing dye into your brain and then take pictures. They got to schedule that in the next 30 days. Then they've got to a spinal tap and an MRI and a bunch of blood work because in total 60 days time I've got another hearing coming up for disability. That will get me off the streets, and once that payment comes in, I've got a plan. My plan right now is to. I don't like being out here. Well, actually, I don't mind being. I don't like living outdoors, but I don't mind the location that I'm at because there's no crackheads. Info spot 411. I'm going to let this one slide. Everybody gets one chance, but we try to stick away from politics in here. Politics are a pretty hard topic. You're welcome to stay in. Definitely subscribe and join in. But we don't want to have any fights, so try to stick away from politics, even though I agree with you what you just said. Angry hippie, disgusting. So where I am now, I'm up in a place called Sudbury. There's potential for me to be able to get an apartment. I just need funds to do so. I need consistent income. $850 a month for a studio apartment, a studio loft apartment. That's amazing. Go to Toronto, the same apartment is $3,000 a month. Try to stick away from religion, but we can do a little bit of talk about it. Like, I know right now this video is demonetized. Oh, I know, Simple Jack. Like, right now, I'm not spending a damn penny. I've got YouTube and everything else. Once it comes back, I'm going to go into one spot. Because I know I need to. I know planning with something that hasn't happened yet is a bad idea, but it's still, a nice thing to have a little bit of hope for the future. Wins, what's the cheapest house I can afford? Depends where. If it's in Canada, I can afford a cardboard box down the street. That's about it. Like, depends where you go. And even in Ontario, the cheapest possible place you'll find is a piece of land for 20K north, half an hour drive north from Timmins, Ontario, which is way up there, and there's nothing on the property. The cheapest house would be Thunder Bay. The cheapest house, which is still $200,000. Go to a city like Toronto, the absolute cheapest house that you can buy is $1 million, and you can't even move in there because it's condemned. Oh, Dale, talk about music all you want. You're talking to a hardcore metal fan. There's a Norwegian death metal band that covers Russian death metal songs in English that I love called Korplania. Oh, they're fantastic. Or Finnish. Norwegian or Finnish. I don't remember, but they're called Korplania. I love them so much. I'm actually 2 minutes. Michael, I'm like 2 minutes away from a lake. I can walk down that way, but I have no connection there. For power, I can walk that way for about 15 minutes and get to an electrical junction and charge, or go to work and charge there. And I got some power banks. And I'm on Crown land, so I'm not paying a single dollar for this. Uh, Moving to another country, I would need an actual source of income in that country. It's just, I also have doctor's appointments and whatnot. I wouldn't mind like going somewhere cheap, like even to move to Thailand. You're still gonna need what the cheapest. I've looked into it already. The cheapest apartment you can get, you can rent a place for like 120 bucks a month, and eat street food all day. Um, I'm an extrovert for the most part, but there's a lot of people there. I get social anxiety. I have trouble getting on a crowded bus. Absent. I don't think the world's a bad place. I don't think the world's a horrible place. I think there's a lot more good in this world than there is bad. You only see the bad, but thank you. I'm just going to say thank you for that. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. Right over there in a tent. I'll show you it. I sleep right there. I can see that about you, Google. I think I'm like I'm a weird mix of extroverted and introverted. Throw me with a group of 4 or 5 people on the life of the party. Throw me in a crowded bus with a bunch of strangers and I'm cowering in the corner, or in a place like. I got a story for you. This is going back many, many years now. I was like 19. Ooh, the Black Hawks are back. Look at the big Black Hawks. Everywhere, big Black Hawks. They're up there. Come. Wow, that was some ADHD madness. Come back, big Black Hawks. I need to see you. As I was saying, I'm a weird mix of introverted and extroverted. Put me in a crowd of people and blah blah blah. Um, my anxiety is different. Like I was trying to tell a story. Going back many years, I was like 19, 20. My friends convinced me to go to a club called in Toronto called Government. One of those dance clubs, party places. It was really crowded and it fucked me up. Um, a guy walked in there and it was just shoulder to shoulder packed. I ended up finding a corner, literally finding a corner. I remember it was lit by one of those black lights, sitting down in the corner like this for like a half an hour, hyperventilating until my friends found me and got me the hell out of there. That's too much for me. But you put me in a setting with, I am comfortable with the people. I know these people have a house party. I'm the life of it. Anxiety, man. Put me in an. I'm good under pressure, but I don't have any tips to give any how to deal with the anxiety. I don't do drugs. Like even back then, I didn't do drugs. The worst thing I've ever tried. I was 15 and I tried magic mushrooms, and that was a horrible experience for me. I got chased by a human-sized spider. I would that scared me off of anything. And you know, you do stupid shit when you're a kid. Actually, it's a funny story too. 15, 16 in high school. bunch of friends of mine suggested, hey, let's skip class and we'll go down to the valley. I got some magic mushrooms. You want to try them? And it was my back then we had typing class teaching you how to type on a computer. That's how old I am. Holy fuck, I am old. So I said, I hate the class anyways. I'll go with you guys. So went down to the valley, and they're all sitting there. They take their little bit, they eat it, and I take mine and eat it. 20 minutes go by, and my buddy here's tripping balls. My buddy here's tripping balls. My buddy here's tripping balls, and I'm just sitting here like nothing's happened. So I was like, dude, this has done nothing for me. So like, oh yeah, I've always been a tall guy. Back then I was really like muscular football player. So it was, take some more. So I did. 20 minutes more goes by, and these guys are having a great old time. And I'm like, nothing fucking happened. So I take some more. And it hit me all at once. I got out like, boom, punched in the face. I was out of it. And I start hearing like, it was a bad trip. So I'm kind of halfway losing it. I hear some rustling in the bushes behind me. And this giant spider walks out of the bushes. Big black spider. 8 legs, and I see it, and I'm like, oh god. So my first instinct is, fight or flight. I can't fight, a man-sized spider, so I stand up and start running. The worst part is I can hear something thumping behind me. I look back, and the spider's chasing me. So I'm like, oh fuck, and I'm booking it, and this spider will not leave me alone. It's like right on my heels after me. I trip and I fall. I hit the ground, and I turn around, and I'm like, oh god, no! And the spider jumps on me, and that's when I realize it's not a spider. It's somebody's lost dog. It was a black lab giving me kisses. And yeah, that was my worst experience. After that, I was like, maybe this stuff isn't right for me. I am having a really good day today. It rained earlier, and I'm gonna chat with you guys. I've never frozen. So, going down the subway once, this is many years ago too. There's escalators going down the subway, and packed subway, going the escalator, and you're not going anywhere. Getting right down to the bottom, all of a sudden this woman is shrieking at the bottom because she's got a little baby with her, and I guess the shoelace or pants got stuck in the yellow escalator. And she's screaming, no, no, my baby, my baby. Like her baby was going to get shred up by the escalator going through. It was her shoelaces, her pants and stuff. She's not getting pulled in. People are just like stepping to the side, walking around her, and she's panicking, screaming, help. And I get there, I'm like, look at her, and then I go like this and press the stop button, and the escalator stops. Like, why are you panicking? Take a breath in a bad situation and see what you can do. My problem was also that people were just walking by, didn't do jack shit. But yeah, what you gonna do, huh? People suck sometimes. It's gonna storm tonight. Anyways, this is also an AMA, so if you've got questions, I probably have answers. Oh, simple, Jack. Who's gonna sell to a 15-year-old? You didn't go to a high school in Canada. One, they sell everything in our high schools here. I went to a really shitty high school. Two, this is Canada. I could walk into those woods right now and come out with magic mushrooms. They grow everywhere here. If you know what you're looking for, psilocybin. The really thin stem and a weird cap. You can find them growing in weeping willows. Like weeping willows, you don't want to camp by. There are these really hollow trees. The insides are hollow, so good wind could brush by and break them. But there's always a spot like in the middle of the V where water will collect. You go to any weeping willow by water, you're gonna find magic mushrooms, psilocybin growing in there. This is Canada, man. Like right now, you don't know. Especially up here, there are three kind of plants here. One that you can eat, one that'll send you to meet God, and one that'll show you God. The meet God will kill you. Show you God will get you stoned. There's a lot more things that you can eat and get you stoned, and that will kill. Then there will kill you here. They say they're toxic because they don't want you eating it, but there's a lot of plant life here. I'm a forager. I know foraging. There's a lot more green things here that'll get you stoned than will lead you to the grave. I don't forage mushrooms. I'm the same way. There's only two kind of mushrooms I'll forage. Three kinds. I'll hedgehog mushrooms. They grow at the banks of like streams and rivers. Chicken of the woods. They're easy to identify. Lobster mushrooms. And puffballs. I know puffballs too. So there's four. Anything else I won't touch, even if it's black fungus, and I'm sure it's. I'm back. Don't worry. I'm back. I'm back. Don't worry. I'm back. The connection dropped. I've been looking for chicken in the woods. That's the problem. I haven't found any this year. It's just been too wet. You need you need a little bit of rain. But once the chicken in the wood has really bloomed, if it rains, they go soggy and get filled with maggots. And I don't want to eat no bugs. I'm in the woods, man. I'm in the woods. And yeah, no, I don't want to eat no maggots. I haven't found any usable chicken in the woods. I found some puffballs a little like today when I was walking around the area that were sporing. They went like they turn black and they spore. Oh, there's also especially up here they're called king bouchards. I want to harvest a bunch of king bouchards. They look they look. If you ever played Super Mario, they look like the brown mushroom from the Game Boy Advance one. That'll make you big. They're called king bouchards. If you can find those and harvest them, you dry them out. Fancy restaurants will buy them like crazy. They're super duper expensive mushrooms. They grow everywhere in arboreal forests. Yeah, they look like Goombas. Goombas was the word. Too late for Chanterelle, unfortunately, happy guy. Chanterelle are usually very, they're the ones that look really porous, like they're poisonous, like they will hurt you, but they're actually really tasty. No, it's way too late in the season. They're a beginning of the summer thing, right at the beginning of summer. They pop up by, usually by streams. It's too hot here. This is probably one of the most fun streams that we've done in a while. I have no idea how long it's been going on, but fun story. I've been playing. So someone, I thrifted out one of those Nintendo Switch Lites, the super small one. It's purple. It reminds me of my old GameCube. So I thrifted out one of those, and then I bought Diablo 2, which I regret buying. And then someone messaged me and said he doesn't use his Nintendo account anymore and gave me his Nintendo account with a whole bunch of games on it. And he's got my taste in games like Grandia 1 and 2 and the remake of Chrono Cross. all the games that I really love, and no Pokemon, but I I'm really happy with it. Like gonna play on there. I've got the Game Boy. I'm gonna play Mario Tennis. I'm gonna beat the. I'm gonna play tonight, and hopefully beat Chrono Cross. Farmer C, I have been last winter. All this shit happened last year. Started October, so I made it October, November, December, until now. I made it through negative 20. I did not have a fire in my. A lot of the time I spent in a tent. What I did was I insulated my tent with some what you call construction tarps and other tarps, and insulated the floor. For the inside, you make a hobo candle, a Crisco candle. If you know what Crisco is, it's the baking fat. Buy that and get yourself a tampon. Jam the tampon in the center, and you've got yourself a nice little candle that burns really hot, and it lasts for like 70 straight days. Puts off a lot of heat. That's and the flame is smaller, but that can heat up a decently sized area. Wayne shoots, not much is up. Okay, JMO Tucker, let us talk. What do you want to talk about? Oh, we got these conspiracy guys. Man, no. The most likely scenario, and we're talking 100,000 years ago or more, is the Bering Straits that connects Asia to Alaska was frozen over, and they were hunting mammoths across the Bering Strait, and they ended up in North America and went from up here to the lower areas of Canada and kept going down because they noticed it was warmer and warmer. That's why you got more of a population down towards Mexico of Native Americans and Native whatever. And that's why a few tribes stayed up north, because they were hunting their beaver and the other animals that lived more off of animals. No, ain't nobody populating Egypt like that. Yes, Daryl, Crisco vegetable shortening. If you make one of those candles, it is enough to heat up a small room in a power outage. JMO, you're. Oh, these survival experts, man. If you're going to do survival camping, always have a backup with you if you have a choice. I'm going to tell you a little secret about these survival experts. You don't know what's actually going on. They're saying this shit, but they're in front of a camera. They're not actually. They've got their sleeping bags on the off thing. Like, man, if you're going to do actual survival camping, make sure you got some decent clothing on you. You got yourself a blanket, and build yourself a shelter. Shelter is important. Just don't listen to these fucks online, because they will get you killed. A lot of these guys, do this, and this. Like, if you need to make a quick fire, go collect the sap off of a pine tree. It lights really easy. Just remember, as I'm using my $800 knife to scrape it off. Don't listen to these guys. You can tell the legitimacy of these people by the price of their tools. A real survivalist will tell you, if you can bring gear, fucking bring gear. Always have a survival pack with you if there's a chance you could get lost in the woods. Don't listen to those stupid dumbasses who, all you need to survive is a rock. Yeah, all I need to live in the woods is a rock and this here clamshell, and I can hunt and gather with a rock and a clam. Though those guys are liars. Even Les Strauss doesn't go into these things without a backup. If he's gonna die, he's got a button he can press for people to come get him. And if you've noticed the one thing about Les Strauss, he always gets put in a spot where he's got something that can help him. Like he get put near surviving in winter. They put him right near an airplane crash. I've got a lot to say about these survivalists because I think 90% of them are bullshit artists for clicks and views. Fuck. Your first thing, if you are stuck in a situation, you got a way to start a fire, your first damn thing is you collect wood. Not only is the wood good for starting a fire, but you use wood to build a shelter. If you can build yourself a structure to keep you dry, easy to do, and have a fire all night, you're fine. That's all you need. But if you're saying, oh, build yourself a shelter first, no. Worry about fire and shelter at the same time. Oh no, Daryl. Les is I love Les because he at least brings realism into it, and he lets you know how much he's suffering. Like he's not eating for 3 or 4 days when he does this shit, and when he's eating like fucking bugs and crap like that, he's actually doing that to survive. Because if he doesn't, he might actually fucking die. But even then, he's always got that backup radio. He presses a button, and someone comes saves him. And sorry, I like some of the survival stuff. There's a lot of these guys. If you watch, there's no realism to it. It's all bullshit. They don't know how to make you survive. Fuck, I've done -20. I know what it's like. You need something over you to keep the blankets. What I did in -20 is I was in a tent. I put a tarp over it. I had some padding underneath me. I stripped myself butt-ass naked. Underneath me, I put my clothing where I was on top of, put a blanket underneath, put a sheet over that, a sheet over me, a blanket over me, and I wrapped myself up in my sleeping bag. That's how I made it through. Well, angry hippie. Rabbits aren't as easy to catch as you think. I know how to make rabbit traps. I've done it. And people are going to tell you there's a point not to eat rabbit, that there's no nutritional value in rabbit. That's a lie. That's wrong. Anybody that tells you that there's no nutritional value in a rabbit, they're morons. There is nutritional value in a rabbit, but the problem with the rabbit is it's pure protein. There's very little fat on the rabbit. If you're living on, mind you, I'd rather have rabbit than nothing, but if you're living on nothing but rabbit, you're going to get really sick because your body needs fats. The rabbit doesn't have those fats. That can be, like, if you're homesteading, that can easily be counteracted by cooking your rabbit with a little bit of oil. But that's where you get the problem, is rabbit doesn't have enough fat, and you can get you get really sick. That's the word I was looking for. It's way too lean. An angry hippie. Bugs are more nutritious than anything. Like, if you got an option, suck it up and eat some worms. I still want to cook them, but bugs are plentiful and they're around, and they've got protein, they've got fats, they've got the essential amino acids. If you got to survive, just eat the bugs. Suck it up. There's a lot of countries around the world that bugs are a treat. The Prophet of Logic, welcome, welcome. It's in the name, mealworms. There's a lot of ways you can find food, right? Like, we could take a quick walk right here. I can see a way right now to get the things I need. Like, if you're something called scurvy, one of the worst illnesses of all mankind, your body needs vitamin C. Vitamin C is one of the essential vitamins for your body. You don't have vitamin C, you get scurvy and die. What's even worse is vitamin B deficiency. Vitamin B is used to help hold your skin together. So if you go vitamin B deficient, any old cut you've ever had, your skin will reopen on your skin and you'll die. So to prevent vitamin B and C deficiency, I got it right beside me are these little fir trees, which you can't see. These damn things make a tea. Same with vitamin B and iron. I've got nuts right around me. They're everywhere. I'll show you right now. I can see the nuts up on the tree. This is a black walnut tree, and we will find one. Where's your nuts? So that one right there, down, right there. See, right in the dead center of the screen right now, you see those little three things? Those are black walnuts. A lot of vitamin B in that. I have made maple sugar before. I have made maple sugar before. Maple syrup. I do know how to tap these trees. The other thing is, they call it tree bacon. Oh, since I've got you guys here. Okay, this specific kind of fir tree, this kind right here, the one that I was just showing you, like this one here, as they get bigger, right there, you can make something called tree bacon from it. So you give that tree a cut down, and you strip the bark off. There's a layer between the wood and so it goes, the center is the wood, which is basically the skeleton of the tree. The outer layer is the bark. There's a very thin layer between the wood and the bark. I forget the name of it, but from those trees specifically, you can strip that. It's very sticky. Cook it and eat it. They called it tree bacon. It was used as a famine food by the natives, and it has everything you need, minus a little bit of protein, to survive. Where did I learn this crap? My grandparents. My grandfather, man, they lived right through the Great Depression. My foraging skills comes right from my grandmother. She used to take me around foraging all the damn time. Hey, the man, you don't gotta be an asshole. I know I'm a big son of a bitch. I know I am. I eat like shit. I end up eating a lot of instant noodles. Depression and all that shit will do that to you when you've eaten like crap for such a long goddamn time, because I've had no income for a long time because, illnesses and whatnot. When you gotta survive off of a goddamn dollar a day and you're eating nothing but instant noodles. But you know what? Fine, be an asshole. Oh no, I'm just telling him he's an asshole. No, I've always loved outdoors. This is like my jam. That's why I'm not so depressed that I'm in the woods. I've got a job, things are looking better. That's why I'm not so angry that I'm kind of here. That I don't mind the area that I'm in, because this is the real woods. This is the real deep stuff. And there's no crackheads around. I like the quiet. I can hear the crickets, right? Not the grasshoppers, because they're the ones that constantly chirp, and the cicadas, and I can see the squirrels running by, and I'm okay with that. And last night I had a deer camping in front of my camp. Will Sasso, you know what? Pretty damn close. Nah, man, I don't smoke pot. It's perfectly legal up here in Canada. I don't like things that alter my perception of reality. I'm in a state of constant fear, Frankie E. Yes, the woods do have bears here. I'm in Canada, Frankie. I'm up, way up north. We've got the black bears. I'm not so worried about the bears in the woods here. I'm more worried about moose. Bears, for the most part, unless they're starving, will leave you alone. Moose, they're out for blood. Those things are 2,000 pounds of fucking horny fury. If they don't want to kill you, they want to fuck you. Stay away from moose. Good for you, Cornish. I'm glad you had a good night. Nah, man. The only encounters out here I've had was there's a bushman I met, like a real bushman. He lives in the bush for like 20 years, goes into work into town and builds himself a log cabin. That's the only real encounter I had out here. And last night I had a deer sleep out there. I've seen a bunch of foxes. No bear encounters. I've seen the moose footprints around. So there's a moose in the area. No bears though. Well, Shopper's Optimum. Yeah, I'm glad it cleared up too. It's gonna rain again tonight though. Yeah, I YouTube helps me out a lot, man. Honestly, YouTube, this is okay. Right now, I'm streaming from the woods because I'm like right on the edge of a dark zone. If I go 10 feet this way, I'm going to lose connection, and every so often I lose connection because just when a wind blows by, I've got no connection. It's funny, but the YouTube helps me out a lot. Just stay positive. Oh, thank you. Very long. In a happy relationship with my hand. Oh, I like that name. I too am in a happy relationship with my hand. Her name is Pamela Henderson. My arm has a tattoo. If you want, I can pretend to be a Kardashian. I got the thick booty just like her. Optimum, I'm glad. Actually, funny story is when I go live, I get a lot of new subscribers and people coming in. The other day, we were just chatting in a tent and we had, what, my biggest view count ever was like 300? Nathan Raynar. I do not like Will Survives at all. I used to like Narrowway until I realized he's nothing about making money, and he bullshits too much. And the reason why I don't like Will Survives is he's such a fucking yo man, yo look at that shit, bro. I don't like him because of that kind of crap. He is annoying to me. Yeah, I will admit the man developed a lot of skills pretty quickly, and 10 points to him, but I don't like him. Oh, thank you, Peyton. I'm not a cameraman. I don't beg, I don't borrow, I don't steal. This is just me chatting, and I'm making a little bit of money from the ads on YouTube now. Like, I will never ask for anything, and I'm not. This is just. I'm here to chat and chill. I'm not like. I'm not gonna say the YouTuber's name. He's not even a real YouTuber. He's an asshole who is trying to scam people. Northwest 425. Oh, Simple Jack, thank you very much for the super. You're freaking awesome. Definitely, we gotta play Mario Kart. But no, there's definitely. No, there's a YouTuber I despise. He came in here once, and legit, all he does is beg. He'll do a stream every night. Oh, my tooth exploded. Oh, I need a bologna sandwich. Oh, I need water. I don't have any water. Go get some water. water's free. Or all this horrible stuff happened, send me money. And then he starts posting his pics for sports matches like he's gambling. Like, the fuck is wrong with you, man? Like, he's been there for 3 years. Now, it can be I'll admit, very hard to get a job when you're homeless. But 3 years with 2 people, and all the gambling stuff he posts, I just don't like the guy. Any forest shitting's thoughts. So are you talking about thoughts I've had while shitting in the forest? Or thoughts about shitting in the forest? Or thoughts on how to properly shit in the forest? Answer that and I'll answer you. Oh, dude, Cornish, you don't gotta do that, man. I'm good right now, honestly. I'm working. I get paid in a couple days. Carson Joyner, what's up? There's nobody behind me, and I'm also watching behind me. Okay, Anarchy, how to properly shit in the forest. I will be right back, and I will show you. Ow. Hi. So, oh my freaking god, thank you so much for the super. Holy shite. Oh, I didn't mean it like that, man. Holy shit, thank you so much, CSC Seals. I didn't mean like show you like that. No, you get yourself one of these. Dig yourself a hole about the length of your forearm. Put some stones around it. If you can get to a store that sells those hardware buckets, buy one of those, cut the bottom off, stick that on top and build yourself a latrine. I did that. My latrine is off that way about 100 meters. I'm not going to take you there. Holy crap, man. I got to listen to what I'm saying, man. Oh, thank you so much. Bye, Carson. I am so sorry. Oh, God, what was I thinking? Thank you, Seals. Really, thank you. Oh, I don't know. Oh, thank you, too. Cranks Dragon. Thank you. Oh, Barbara North, what's going on there? I'm gonna die, man. Oh, thank you so much. I wasn't thinking about what I was saying. Thank you, Cody. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, you can't take away my positivity. I'm a very naturally positive person. Kind of scares people away because they think it's phony. This is me. Oh, I needed that laugh, man. That was good. Nah, man. I want to just plug this for 1 second. So, a few things I want to say. We've got a Discord. There's a lot of good people on there. It's not just... Discord isn't just about me, you know. Yeah, you guys both freaking rock, by the way. Thank you so much for the supers. I've got a job right now, but I've got a disability. Honestly, I'm sick. But we're not going to get into that. So we've got a Discord. It's not just about me. A lot of great people in there. Anarchy. The Discord is thanks to Cornish. He made the dang thing. Glowing Ghoul, his wife. we've almost got 100 or so members. It's not just to talk about, oh, homeless. We talk about everything, make jokes, sometimes inappropriate jokes. It's a good place to connect and just make friends. We keep it civil as much as possible, but pretty much anything goes. We've only got 4 rules there, just like the rules here. Don't be racist, homophobic, or sexist. And most importantly, just don't be a dick. Everybody is welcome. And yeah, we chat. We even got a TV room. We do audio chats, a radio. It's a good time. So if you want to join, and I want to say one more thing before we get going. Glowing Ghoul is one of the mods. He's a really, really good guy too. If you're into retro gaming, that's what he does. He doesn't have a YouTube channel. I've been trying to tell him to make a YouTube channel, but he's good with tech. He like builds these Raspberry Pi retro gaming things. So talk to him if you want one of those. And I'm hoping he gets a YouTube channel going for that because I'm into that stuff. But yeah, no, we do a lot of talking on the on the Discord, and if you're going through a rough time, I'm not the only person that does it. If you need someone to talk to, there's someone there, and I'm there a lot too. I come in and join, and if you're going through a rough time, there's going to be someone there to talk to. I know most people there have had a shit day now and again, and they've come in there just for someone to talk to. I live with my boss actually, Amber Toxel. Uh, I'm glad. Like I've said this before, people who manage to get themselves sober and stay sober and keep the fight up, I have the utmost respect for. It's it's a struggle. We have one of our mods. He got himself clean from a decades-long addiction to all the hardest stuff you could think of. And he's pretty open with it. That's why I'm okay with discussing it. And again, I have the most respect for a guy who can do that and just keep on the straight and narrow. And yeah, definitely stay strong, Amber. Well, mad respect to your wife, Cody. Really mad respect to your wife. I'm glad she got sober. Did you meet her before or after she was sober? Well, actually, if you're looking for work and you don't got a fixed address, you're never gonna get employment at a big box store. I've tried all of them dozens of times. I had to leave my city for what? If you're driving, it's like a 5-hour drive north, and find a job that isn't corporate. I got a job at a small, well, it's not small, it's pretty big, but a family business, a marina. It took 10 months to get this, even though it's part time. It took 10 months. Five Guys is an amazing, life-changing job for myself. Oh, you work at Five Guys? That's freaking awesome. They've got awesome burgers. Oh, I'm very glad like you met someone that is good for you and who has struggled, and that's great for you, man. I'm happy that you have someone, and I'm glad that someone has got healthy. Harley Hook, holy crap! I agree with you. They legalized every. Look up Victoria, British Columbia. There's a few documentaries. They decriminalized every single drug in Victoria. Now the downtown looks like Zombieland. It's a hellscape. Oh, Keith, 89 86969. Wasn't me. I don't know how to skate. Funny story. I knew a guy named Keith. Guy was an 80-year-old homeless man in Toronto. Uh, lived in the woods for 20 straight years. He ended up over the winter. He burned himself with hot water, so he had to go to the hospital. And he'd been on the list for housing for 20 years. They never helped him. All of a sudden, he hurt himself, and they realized they've got to help this guy. They put him into housing. 3 months later, he died. Oh, Cody! Moderators, that's the thing. I'm not saying no to moderator, but we've got rules with the moderation. If you're going to want to be a moderator, you're going to have to join the Discord, and it's not going to be right away. Even Glowing Ghoul just became a mod today. He's been in the Discord and active for a month and an actual part of the community. The moderators are an active part of the community, like Anarchy, Corn, and all that. It's just not like I want to be a mod. Oh, can I buy being a mod? Here's $1,000. I would still say no. You got to be an active part of the community. So if you want to join the Discord, it happen down the road, but still, it's. Well, Florida, man, that's called your taint. And congratulations. That is a very difficult task to do by yourself. I wonder if we have met. Have you ever been through the loops? Sorry, I don't think we've met. If you're talking about Kamloops, British Columbia, I have not been there. I don't think we've met. I've got one of those faces. I don't look like anybody, but I somehow look like everybody. Oh, you look like sort of Chris Pratt, Patrick Starr, John Candy, the guy from Green Hornet, and everything. I just got one of those. This guy looks like nobody but everybody faces. Especially, I look like, apparently I look like Queso. It's the red beard. No, I know, I just got one of those faces. I said Queso, man. I love you too. That one, no, I seriously, I look like everybody, but nobody. Oh, Simple Jack, I'm not tech savvy. I didn't even know how to set up Discord. I am not tech savvy at all. I know how to press a button on YouTube and upload a video. That's about it. I can use some file sharing sites. That's how I get the media. Oh, no. Be tech savvy, no. Harley, you look like Macaulay Culkin. Home Alone. I'm glad you said that. Home Alone is my favorite movie of all time. Home Alone 1. That is the best movie of all time. Don't care what anybody says. I love that movie. I do like fishing. We've done a few fishing live streams. Can't do it right now. Oh, it's awesome. No. Like, again, Harley, like, it is my favorite movie. Yeah, no, anybody who likes Home Alone can't be a bad guy, huh? Oh, guys, I'm sorry to do this, but if you would give the stream a like, it helps boost me a little bit in the algorithm. And how much power do I have left? Yeah, actually, I've done a few catches and cooks. I can't do any streams there because there's no I just don't get connection. I walk like 10 feet that way. There's no connection. But I caught some perch the other day, like 4 days ago, and I cut them up and cooked them on my pan. It was what I had for dinner. Had them on some rice. Uh, I can't drive any motor vehicles, Damien. I have seizures. I'm not well. Like, my physical health is going downhill really fast. I've got some unknown illness that's yet to be diagnosed, but I've got a lot of appointments really soon. And I can't drive. I'll never be able to drive a motor vehicle again. Unless it's like a pleasure craft on my own property or a lake. Like, I can do boats, but, the seizures will prevent me any land-based craft. Howdy doodles. Kamar's long plays. Luke Combs. I don't know who that is, but I'll look Luke Combs up. So we've got Queso, John Candy, Luke Combs, Action Bronson, Seth Rogen, what's his name? Will Sasso. Who else do I look like? Chris Pratt. Okay, keep him coming. I'd say John Batista, but I'm not that bold. Or ripped. Ever. Don't be on the streets. Ask for help. If you've got kids, go to a shelter. Find the nearest shelter and go to it. I wouldn't. I've been doing it alone, man. I couldn't imagine doing it with a kid. You got to get yourself into a shelter ASAP. Thank you, Glowing. Just a second, gonna. Anarchy, I did. I was responding to their comments. I don't know what to tell you. You are a family of 3 being homeless. That's terrifying. Like, it's hard enough on your own, but with a child, I hate to tell you this. Shelters will not call CPS on you for contacting them with a child. In fact, shelters will find you a place in them with your child. Even if it's the case where you have to have your significant other take your child to a shelter for women and children. There's a lot of them out there for battered women. Even if you've got a bullshit, have them go to that shelter. It's better to have them in the shelter and you on the street. Be a man, take care of that shit, but keep them safe. No, that's the difference. If you're talking about a shelter, their first response isn't calling CPS, isn't taking your kid away. It's getting you guys indoors and protected. They're not gonna call that. It's scary, but in your case, you're gonna be not with the general population. Your kid, your family are gonna be away from the scary part and probably have your own room and taken care of. So take care of that shit first. Ella Branahan, do you want a shout out? Shouting out Ella Branahan. Oh, I'm getting bothered by them right now. The rain has really brought the mosquitoes out. Oh, Haley Hook? I'm a hardcore death metal fan. If you're a death metal fan, okay, you're going to look them up right now. You're going to love this band. First of all, they're hilarious. They're either Finnish or Norwegian, I don't remember. But they do English. They've got a horrible accent. English isn't their first accent, but they do English covers in their accent of Russian death metal songs. They're awesome. A lot of their stuff is hilarious because one of them's playing an accordion. Korplana. Korplania. Look them up. You will love them. Oh, you're gonna do it, Ray. Corplania. No. Just type in vodka and just type in the word vodka in YouTube, and then put a K back there, and you'll find Corplania. Uh, they're fucking hilarious. They're not really a death metal band, but they are a death metal band. They're freaking awesome. Graham, with you don't gotta worry too much about ticks if you know where and where not to walk. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll show you what I'm talking about because I've got time now, and I'll show you where the deer slept last night in front of my camp. Well, this is my camp right here, and we're walking away. So right here is my camp. We'll just leave it at that. But right here, trails like this, that's an animal trail, right? That's a deer trail. Don't go walking through areas like that where you see deer trails. This is people trails, because you can see where I walked, my footprint, and those are deer trails. Stay out of trails like this. If you go into trails like that, you're going to get a tick. Just stay out of animal trails and you'll have no problem staying away from ticks. That's the thing about bugs. Millions of years of evolution and instinct. They know where to hunt. Never had a tick, because I know where not to step. I'm going to be right back. I have to urinate. Seth Mason, I'm in Canada. I don't live in the US. Oh, here's the thing about music. It don't matter what the fuck you listen to. If it's music that you enjoy, it's good music. For God's sakes, I've been known to rock to Barbie Girl a lot. I don't think it matters what music you like. Where's Michael's comments? Yeah, fuck him. He's gone. I know the guy. I've been thinking about blocking him for a while. He's never got anything nice to say. He'll go through the videos and call every single one, call me an asshole or shit like that. He's gone now. No, I got screenshots of him. Um, I've been waiting for him to come into one of the lives for a while. I got a few of them that hit up the shorts and whatnot, making comments, calling me all the fucking names in the book. And I'm to the point where I'm done with. If you're gonna be a straight up asshole, whatever, I'm just gonna block you. It's not worth fighting him anymore. I'm up in Sudbury. Why would you want to see that anarchy? You're not gonna block me, are you? You got a problem with me rocking out the Barbie Girl? That's like one of the best songs ever. I don't give a shit. I'll fight to the death. No, man, I figure it's now just better to get rid of the hardcore trolls. If I humor them, I tried to deal with a few of them that way politely. They just get so much worse and start harassing everybody else. I'm not dealing with that. How much power do I have left? Yeah, no, man, 15. Rando's crazy up here in Canada. That doesn't matter, anyways. Oh, mosquitoes are getting to me. But anyways, I've never been swatted, Simple Jack. I'm not doing this. But it was a little bit before you got here. We had a guy that was a mod named Dan, and he threatened. I had hung out with him personally once before, and he made some threats when we banned him because he was, you know. And I'm going to talk about this because he's the one that decided to make some threats against me. One of the reasons why I got out of the area is he was harassing someone who's also been banned, funny enough, on the Discord and stuff, cyber stalking people, starting fights with other members, just being a general a-hole. So we banned him, and he made some threats against me, and he knew where I was. So I'm going to say yes, that is technically stream sniping. Stacy, Queso's 19. I'm old enough to be his father. You know, if it was a teenage pregnancy. Oh. Clouds are rolling in. How you doing, Willy Wonks? BS. I gotta have a hat. I'm going bald. And very gray. This is watermelon flavored vape. This is non-nicotine because I'm trying to stay away from the nicotine one. And this is very psychosomatic. It helps me with the nicotine helps me with my headache, but I guess this is psychosomatic because it's helping me with my headache. I don't smoke weed. I don't like fucking with my head. I've been thinking about trying some CBD, but I also don't want to spend money on crap like that. Oh, you have a good one. Thanks for talking to you. It's been nice talking to you. Actually, the funny thing is my power's getting low. I'm thinking I'm gonna head in, call it a night, get some sleep, maybe play a game before bed because I want to finish Super Punch Out. So I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. It's been fun. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's always a great time. We've got a Discord. The link is right there. Someone's usually there. And we'll do this again probably tomorrow because I've got unlimited data now. Night, everybody.